devil.
Yes, sir. So, excuse me, sir. I'm sorry, sir. You know, I should have put a rope around this. The catch doesn't hold so good, sir.
Sergeant, duck.
Yes, sir.
Where's my son, Denny?
I'm sorry, sir, but he's saying goodbye to his pony.
Well, get him here. The stage is ready to leave.
Yes, sir.
Hey, you can tie those things on. The boy will be here in a moment.
Colonel Dennison, if that stage gonna get moving pretty quick, it won't get far.
The road is still clear through to Laramie, isn't it?
It won't be for long. The Indians are moving up from South Fork.
Sir, with your permission, I'll double the escort.
I can't spare the men. We might be under heavy attack before they could return.
Begging your pardon, sir, but I can't find Master Denny.
Lieutenant Reed, take a detail and round up the boy. Get him aboard that stage on the double.
Yes, sir.
All the times to pick to wander off.
Excuse me, sir, but I don't think he's wandered off.
You mean he's hiding?
Yes, sir. And when he hides good.
Take his things off the stage.
Yes, sir. Pass me down the boys' pant mantos, will you?
Come in. What is it?
It's me, sir. Ronald Dennison, Jr. wishes permission to speak with the Colonel.
Permission granted. What have you got to say for yourself?
Nothing, sir.
Denny, do you know what it means to disobey an order from your commanding officer?
Yes, sir, and I've put myself under arrest. I'm reporting as a prisoner, sir.
What in heaven's name made you do it? Denny, you know that I'm responsible for the lives of my men.
Yes, sir.
You also know that every soldier kept out of action because a non-combatant needs protection lessens the chances of all the others.
But I'm not like those helpless women, Dad. I'm a soldier.
Denny, a soldier would have obeyed my orders. Now, do you really think your actions were those of a soldier?
Not exactly, but I wanted to stay with the men.
As a resident of this post, you're subject to the same discipline as any other person under my command.
Yes, sir.
You will therefore confine yourself to your quarters until I decide upon your punishment.
Yes, sir.
Dismissed, Denny.
Steve Holden to see you, sir.
Steve! Hi, Ron.
Hello. Gee, it's great to see you again.
It goes for me, too. Say, those eagles look mighty nice on you, Colonel.
Oh, thank you, Steve. But to tell you the truth, I never knew two little silver chickens could weigh so much. Denny, you've been dismissed. Get to your quarters.
Yes, sir.
Come on, you scallywag.
Don't tell me the Army's recruiting him that young.
No, Denny's my son, and a mighty active boy. Sometimes I think it takes a regiment to control him. His mother was killed 3 years ago in an Indian raid.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ron.
It's been hard for me not to hate Indians.
I can understand that.
But sit down, Steve, sit down. Tell me, what brings you to Fort Sanders?
I was sent here by Commissioner Briggs.
Oh?
He's head of the Government Peace Commission. This letter will explain everything, Ron.
Hey, what kind of a sick Indian war dance do you call that?
I'm proceeding directly to my quarters, Sergeant.
Well, at the rate you're traveling, when do you think you'll get there? Next month?
The Colonel didn't say when I was supposed to get there. He just said...
As I came down the mountain trail, driving old Jack and Pete, I says to myself, she's a mighty fine day, and the sagebrush sure smells sweet. There's snow on the mountain and sun in the valley as we go rumbling along. I sure ain't mad at nobody, I'm a-singing my happiest song. La 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 la. La 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 la. I carry a shoemaker's hammer, got some shoe nails healed and sold. By taking people off their feet, it's to keep me out of the hole. Not eating very often, ain't had any money, just living on love and song. And if my business don't pick up, I'll bet I don't live long. La 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 la. Beep. Well, sir fellers, I've just got to admit that I'm the best boot repairman west of the Mississippi River. Now, knowing that soldiers wear out boots quicker than anybody else, I thought it was my patriotic duty to come out west and put them back on their feet. Now, Colonel, when a soldier's on the march, what happens when he gets a stone in his boot? He stops, takes his boot off, and pours out the rocks. Maybe they lose the battle just 'cause he didn't get there in time. But, Colonel, here's an invention you'll be interested in. The Smiley Burnett patented stone removal boot. Now, when a soldier gets a stone in this boot, what does he do? He just lifts up the flap, pours out the rocks, saves time, wins battles.
Listen, Pigeon Brain, this is a cavalry regiment, and the men's feet ain't on the ground long enough to pick up any stones.
Did you see any Indians on your way here?
Say, did I... Are there real Indians around here?
Take a look at the back of your wagon.
Oh.
And he sings flat, too.
Oh, Steve, this is Cronin, one of the best scouts this regiment ever had.
Glad to know you, Cronin.
You here for the fighting?
If our plan works, there won't be any fighting. Steve here is a friend of Chief Eagle's.
Chief told me he was willing to hold a powwow here at the fort with the colonel.
Well, that's hard to believe. That old Indian's smart. Too smart to walk into an army camp on any white man say so.
Colonel, I'll have the chief and his party here by sundown.
Good luck, Steve. Tell the chief I'll guarantee his safe conduct.
Right.
Somewhat.
Those feathered sticks are an Indian warning, meaning danger or trap. Found them in the center of the trail on the way to the fort.
Why would they be placed there?
Someone who knew about this meeting tonight didn't want it to take place, Colonel. I had all I could do to persuade Chief Eagle and his son Running Wolf to come here.
Steve, my friend, we come.
This be trap. You have nothing to fear, Running Wolf.
We make talk.
Good. Then maybe we can save the lives of many braves and many soldiers.
You...
God! God!
Give your word that your people will not try to avenge the death of Chief Eagle until the man who murdered him has been captured, and you can go back to your tribe.
Running Wolf now, Chief. No give word to white man who talk with two tongues.
Colonel, there's not much chance of your men catching up with that killer. What's going on here?
I have no choice but to keep him a prisoner, Steve.
I don't like telling you your business, Colonel. But if you don't turn Running Wolf loose at once, there won't be a soldier left alive in this fort by tomorrow night.
I don't agree with you. Lock him up in the guardhouse.
Yes, sir. Key.
On the desk.
Come on.
about you, boss?
I've got news for you, Brecker. Chief Eagle's dead. And his son, Running Wolf's ready to hit the warpath just as soon as we can furnish him with enough rifles.
Take a look in these boxes. Shipment came in just a little while ago.
Good. Running Wolf will pay us plenty of skins for these.
Chime bells are ringing, ho, you lady. Mockingbird singing, you lady. Sleep, my little lover.
Well, sir, Lieutenant Denny, you are looking at my latest invention. That is the Smiler Burnett patented journey shortener.
Journey shorteners?
Yes, sir. For quick jumps and quick marches. I wouldn't be a bit surprised what your pappy'd find some new medal to give me when he sees this invention. Say, by the way, where is the colonel? I'd like to give him a demonstration. Gotta get the hang of this, don't I? Don't worry, I'll get it. Oh, Colonel! Colonel, hey! Where is the water?
You lame brain. You bonehead.
Look, Colonel, I got something to show you.
Another time, Smiley. Steve will assign a detail to that wagon.
Good, Colonel.
You sure went places, Mr. Burnett.
Yeah, but what places? I gotta figure out some way to learn how to steer these things. On the other hand, I think I'll just stick to repairing boots.
Hey, Smiley, that reminds me of something. Before I go, I want to talk to you.
Sure, if you want advice, I got loads of it.
Come on, there's something I want to show you. You see that? Chief Eagle's killer left his footprints here when he jumped off the stockade. Now, there's a notch in the heel of his right boot. Smiley, you keep your eyes open for a boot like that. Might come into your hands for repairs.
Yeah, I might find that any minute. Where'll you be?
I'm riding with a small escort to take Chief Eagle's body back for Indian burial. I hope that'll convince him we want to be friends.
How, Chief Running Wolf? I'm your friend. Last night I see death of Chief Eagle. Today I bring rifles for Running Wolf's braves.
These good. How much you want?
They cost many furs and beaver pelt, but you'll make good use of them. Kill bad soldiers and man who murdered your father.
Who killed Chief Eagle?
Steve Holden. He pretended he was Chief Eagle's friend. He tricked him, then had him killed.
There's two?
Steve Holland, te home, Ottawa.
Oh, well, yeah.
There he is. Now's your chance, Running Wolf.
But they carry a white flag of truce.
That doesn't mean anything. He tricked your father. That white flag's a trick, too.
Cover, man. Hold on as long as your ammunition lasts. I'm going to try and stop this. Running Wolf.
Durango.
Soldiers bring body of Chief Eagle for burial. Why do Running Wolf's braves attack them?
Steve Holden with them. He tricked Chief Eagle. Have him killed.
Who'll tell you this?
Friend.
Running Wolf believed Durango, friend?
Uh-huh.
Then send word to your braves to stop fighting. And I promise to bring you a man who killed Chief Eagle.
Bueno, asurates. Serio, deste.
The Indians won't bother you anymore. You're free to return to the fort. Running Wolf, where did you get those rifles?
Friend.
No friend would help Indians start war.
Indians no start war if soldiers keep peace.
The soldiers mean to keep peace. Let those who brought Chief Eagle's body back return to the fort in safety.
Round up the men and tell them we've got a job to do pronto. There's a small military detail we got to keep from getting back to Fort Sanders alive.
Hi there. Say, what are you trying to do? Cut into my business?
Oh, no, sir. I have to polish the officer's boots as part of my punishment.
You do? Well, what you need is some of this Smiley Burnett's patented mud remover and leather polish.
Say, does that stuff really work?
Does it really work? I want you to know that one application of this marvelous miracle compound and that boot leather will just shine fit to blind you. Here, let me demonstrate. I had a gal in Arkansas. Her eyes looked either way. I said to her, when I get rich, I'm gonna name the day. She says to me, now just how rich are you gonna have to be? I says, I want 10 million bucks. Here's what she said to me. Who don't, may I ask you? Who don't, may I say? You say you will, you know you won't. You say you do, you know you don't. Declare you can't, you know you can't. Who don't?
There ain't a man who don't. Who don't.
I had a friend in the calaboose for pilfering late at night. He's been in jail so many times they don't turn out his light. He said, Your Honor, I'm so sorry, sir. The judge looked mighty grim. I wish you'd give me one more chance. The judge just said to him, Who don't, may I ask you? Who don't, may I say? You say you will, you know you won't. You say you do, you know you don't. Declare you can't, you know you can't. Who don't?
There ain't a man who don't. Who don't. Who don't. Who don't.
What's happened to the Colonel's boots?
It's an invention of Smiley's.
Yeah, all you got to do is just brush off the miracle compound, and, Sergeant, you'll be surprised what you'll see.
You lard-headed fool, that stuff will never come off of there.
Stop!
Yes, sir.
Sergeant, that'll cost you a day's pay and your tobacco ration for a month.
Yes, sir. Now then. No.
Then the Durango kid appeared. Apparently he managed to make a truce. Anyway, the soldiers will be back safe and make their own report.
Can't understand the Durango kid's interest in this.
Seems to be working for peace.
I wish I could be sure of that. What's that? What is it, Lieutenant?
The men you sent in that detail, sir. Poor devils, the Indians never gave them a chance.
So the men will come back safe and make their own report. Lieutenant Reed, have a detail take care of them.
Yes, sir.
Of course I see those brown smudges, Steve, but what possible importance do you attach to them?
It's my guess, Colonel, that the man who shot this arrow wasn't an Indian. These brown stains were made by some body coloring or paint.
That's crazy. The murder of those soldiers was an Indian job if I ever saw one.
I'm inclined to agree with Cronin, Steve. Furthermore, I'm convinced now that the Durango kid is working hand in glove with the Indians, and that he used treachery to get them out in the open where they could be killed.
They might have had a chance if you hadn't deserted them.
I didn't desert them.
Well, you sure made yourself scarce while they were in trouble.
I'll have none of that, Steve. This is a grave and serious matter, gentlemen. We'll dispense with personalities. If you want to do the Army a real service, you can catch up with the Durango kid. Meanwhile, Running Wolf has left me no alternative but to strike back and strike hard. Cronin, you will remain for a discussion of plans and strategy. I'll send for you if and when I need you.
Your regiment will have all the advantage if you attack Running Wolf's tribe at that point.
Come in.
Communication from Cheyenne, sir.
Peace Commission. Send this reply. Indian situation worse. Peace out of question.
The telegraph went dead right after this came in, sir.
The Indians wouldn't have cut those telegraph wires if they didn't intend trouble. I'll go along with your plan, Cronin.
Well, what about the Peace Commission? They'll be arriving right in the middle of a battle.
I'll send Steve Holden to Laramie first thing in the morning to send a message to stop them.
That ought to tell Running Wolf just where and when to expect the Army. Better round up some of the men and get after Steve Holden. He should be leaving for Laramie about right now.
Let your answer be yours.
those instruments away and get ready to mount up.
You sent for me, sir?
Son, I'm leaving Lieutenant Reed in command of the post while I'm gone. Sergeant Duff will be here, too. I expect you to behave like a soldier at all times.
Yes, sir.
You have my instructions in case things turn out differently than I hope for.
Yes, Colonel. They'll be followed to the letter. Good luck, sir. I'd give anything to be going with you.
I know that, Lieutenant. I'm sorry. Goodbye, son.
Bye, Dad.
I suppose you realize I'm being left out of action to play nursemaid because of you.
I'm sorry, Lieutenant. I'll do anything.
You'll go to your room and stay there. If you so much as break a rest for 1 minute, I'll treat it as a flagrant disobedience to an order. Now get out.
Yes, sir.
What'd you do that for? I just swallowed a mouthful of that.
Well, what are you worried about? You got plenty more, ain't you? Say, how much to fix these?
That all depends.
Depends on what?
Well, how much work there is to do. They look awful beat up to me.
Well, fix them up, and if you charge more than $1, more than I'm going to pay.
What in blazes goes on here?
Get him, guard! He killed Chief Eagle! He killed Chief Eagle! Get him! Arrest him, guard! Don't let him get away! Now, don't let him get away! Arrest him! He's the murderer!
Lock him up! He's trying to kill me!
Don't you listen to him! He killed Chief Eagle!
He's loco!
Lock them both up till they cool off. Give me any more trouble, I'll put you in bread and water for the rest of your life. Take him away.
Wait till I get you in that cell. What are you gonna give me, you bonehead?
Why did you kill Chief Eagle?
Who says I killed Chief Eagle?
I say you did, and Steve says you did. Sooner or later, I knew the killer'd show up to get his boots fixed. Then we'd have him.
What are you talking about?
You know, those are your boots, and they've got a notch in the heel. The footprints left by the murderer of Chief Eagle had marks in them, left by that same notch. If that don't make you the killer, what does?
Are you telling the truth?
You ought to know they're your boots.
But they ain't my boots. I found them on the ash pile this morning and figured I could get a bit of wear on them.
You found them? Well, whose boots are they?
They belong to the Colonel Scout Cronin. I saw him throw them there.
Cronin? Holy smoke. Hey, do you know what that means?
It means we gotta get out of here and tell Lieutenant Reed right away.
I'll help you yell.
Lieutenant, what he done?
Lieutenant, call out the guard.
Cronin and
Somebody, we gotta have some help.
Hey, guard!
Hey, come find the guard.
Come find me.
Lieutenant Reed, I got
We
some
found out who the killer is.
Lieutenant,
He knows.
You'll find out what KP is when I get out of here.
We've got to try something else.
Hey, Denny! Hey, Denny! Woo!
Oh, Denny, we want to talk with you.
I can't. I'm confined to quarters. What are you in the guardhouse for?
Oh, come on over. It's important.
Yeah, it's a matter of life and death.
All right, I'll take a chance. What is it?
Denny Cronin's a traitor.
Yeah, we found out who the killer is.
And you gotta go tell Lieutenant Reed.
We think the regiment's riding into a trap.
Now go get that key and let us out of here. You won't get into trouble. We'll explain everything.
Oh, yeah, you're gonna be a hero.
But
It's to save your dad and the regiment. We wouldn't fool you. Come on now, Denny, be a good soldier. Snap into it, lad. Please, for the old sergeant.
Just what do you think you're doing?
Lieutenant, sir, the boy wasn't doing anything wrong. We sent him here. We called him over here.
Shut up. I suppose you know what breaking your arrest means.
But, Lieutenant, you got to listen to us. We found out...
Quiet. Denny may be the colonel's son, but I'm in command of this post, and he's going to have to learn what disobedience means.
Doggone it, Lieutenant, will you listen?
Sergeant Duff, when I want information from you, I'll ask for it. Come along, I'll talk to you in the office.
Stretch, lad, stretch.
Cronin, what are you doing here? I thought you were supposed to be the regiment. Who are these men?
Take his sidearms.
Guard! Guard!
Your guards are dead, so save your breath.
I take back that bone.
Take the lieutenant into his office and finish him off. Make it look like an Indian job.
Let go of me! Let me go! You're a traitor. You killed Chief Eagle. Wait until the colonel finds out about you.
Take him to the hideout and keep him there. His father should get back alive. We'll have the kid to bargain with.
Lieutenant! Lieutenant!
Never mind about me. Tell the colonel. Cronin's a traitor. He's betrayed the regiment.
Lieutenant, what did they do with Denny?
You better warn the colonel.
But I don't know where the regiment is.
You can find him. I'll ride to Laramie and get Steve. Come on, quick.
Looking for the driver of that wagon hitched out front.
Who are you?
Steve Holden. Are you Mr. Brecker?
Yes. What about that wagon?
Last time I saw it was hauling illegal rifles to the Indians.
Is that right? Fella borrowed that wagon from me a couple of days ago. Said he wanted to haul supplies up to his range shack. Now, if he's been selling rifles illegally to the Indians, you can count on me to help catch up with him.
Where'll I find this fellow?
He hangs out a lot over at the saloon. Ask for Mike Gibson.
Thanks. I'll look him up.
Reach high, mister. You're not going anywhere. Take it, boys.
Easy. Get over against that wall. Keep your hands high. Unbuckle those gun belts. Left hand. Reckon the government's going to be very interested in knowing how you got hold of those rifles.
Seems I got here just in time. What have you got there? Colonel Dennison's message to Commissioner Briggs, telling him to cancel the Peace Commission's trip to Fort Sanders. You know, Brecker, if the Indians killed Briggs and his party, the United States government would have to declare war on every tribe west of Laramie. We could sell a lot of guns.
What do you want?
Well, it's real important. I wanted to tell Steve Holden something.
There's nobody here by that name.
Well, there's got to be. That's his horse right there.
I said he's not here.
Well, I'll just take a little look around. Won't be...
Beat it!
I'll bet you was right after all. I just remembered his name ain't Steve anyhow. Bye.
I should have guessed your part in this the night Chief Eagle was killed.
Oh, ain't you heard? The Indians figure you're the one who led Chief Eagle into a trap and had him murdered.
You know, it wouldn't be a bad idea to deliver his corpse to Running Wolf as a reward for wiping out Colonel Dennison's regiment.
That's a good idea.
Suppose you do get the Indians to get rid of the army in this territory. What happens then?
Then the government sends in a bigger army to wipe out the Indians. But if the Indians buy enough guns, they'll still be able to make plenty of trouble.
Steve, it's me. I've come to rescue you.
There ain't nobody out there.
And by the time we got out of the guardhouse, they'd gone off with Denny.
Here. Get this message to Running Wolf as fast as you can.
You mean I gotta get mixed up with some Indians?
That note will protect you. May stop a war. I'm gonna try and find Denny.
Rocky, you're coming with me. Morgan, you and Bill stay here with the kid. We gotta round up the rest of the men in time to knock over a stage bringing the Peace Commission from Cheyenne. This is the last time you may have to play Indian, so spread the word to make it good.
on, Denny. Let's get out of here and get out fast.
Sir, they're going to attack the stagecoach, bringing the Peace Commission.
Pile on that horse. Now, Denny, you stay on this road right into town. Find the U.S. Marshal and tell him what's happened.
Wouldn't it be better if I warned the regiment about Cronin?
No, that's too dangerous. Besides, Sergeant Duff's taking care of that. You just stay on this road and nothing will happen to you. Now, on your way, son.
Yes, sir, Durango.
Hey, you got a match?
Oh, what do?
I was just gonna make some signals. I've got a message for Running Wolf. Yeah, it's supposed to stop all these Indian wars and everything. It's a guarantee that you Indians won't be reaching for my scalp. It'd be silly to be in this part of the country without it, wouldn't it? I tell you what it said, but it's written in Indian language, and I can't read Indian language. It's right here somewhere. Let's see. Oh, I used it to start the fire with.
What then? Aren't you?
What are you doing here? You're supposed to be warning a regiment.
I got lost.
You mean Colonel Dennison still don't know he's headed for an Indian trap?
No, the worst part of the whole thing is, from what I've seen around here, these Indians have got hundreds of brand new rifles.
We better get out of here.
I could have told you that.
Point reporting, sir. There's something gone wrong.
What do you mean, Sergeant?
We've lost contact with A and B company, sir, and our couriers don't come back.
Looks like the Indians know our plan of battle. Well, there can be no withdrawal. Success will depend upon the amount of ground covered in the first charge. Gentlemen, we will advance. Return to your point, Sergeant.
Yes, sir.
It's Denny. It's my son.
I wish to report, sir. Cronin is traitor to the regiment, sir.
Cronin?
Yes, sir. And he's planning an attack on the stage, bringing the Peace Commission.
Here it comes. Get ready.
door.
Steve, keep shooting, Commissioner. You're seeing an attempt to start the biggest Indian war in history.
I don't understand.
You will, if we get out of this alive. Here. Use it.
Uh-oh. This is it. Here's where we get scalped.
A bird and a steak.
Well, I'll be doggone.
Glory be.
That's right, Colonel. Running Wolf, this is the man who killed Chief Eagle. He caused all the trouble, and you Indians got the blame for it. Your friend Durango has made good his promise.
Durango, my friend. You, my friend. Running Wolf think maybe both like brothers. Maybe more than brothers.
How?
How?
We'll meet again at the Peace Council, Running Wolf. My government owes you and your people a deep apology.
And, Colonel, I reckon they owe Denny here a medal. I hate to think what would have happened if it hadn't been for him.